two proud clubs languishing at the bottom half of the Premier League table turn to the world's oldest club cup competition for a respite from a rough league campaign. The semi-finals beckon, the final piece to the FA Cup's Final Four puzzle. It's West Ham United and Leeds United, as the bubbles are indeed blowing at the Olympic Stadium in London. Seth Eaves with you here. So thank you so much for being with us. We even saved you the best seat in the house for what should be a most interesting FA Cup quarterfinal encounter. West Ham and Leeds, again, two squads. They have proud histories, but it's been a while since both have gone overly far in the cup. But today, a chance to rectify the woes, and at least for just a little bit, forget about the league struggles that both teams have had this season. And we'll touch on that. We're in a little bit of hurry-up mode here, but we will give you we'll let you know all about all that stuff as we go on throughout the day. And it's West Ham who get us started, going left to right in their famous claret shirts. Leeds in their alternate blue kit today, going from right to left. And Leeds are coming on the attack very early, trying to push forward here. West Ham having to do a little bit of defensive work right off the bat. A stacked Sunday on our channels, and we started off with FA Cup action. Nothing like this grand competition. For all its detractors, it still holds a special place. And both managers, especially Daniel Farke, mentioned how seriously to take it because of the drought that's going on. West Ham currently in 18th, 1 point below the drop zone. They're in the drop zone. 1 point from safety. Fight here, and it's come out here to Leeds. And a first chance coming for Leeds as Noah Okafor curled a shot just wide of the goal. Might have been saved. First chance of the quarterfinal tie goes Leeds' way. Curled just wide of the goal. I think it does get a slight hand on it. But it's a Leeds corner. The heads go up, and they're fumbling forward to the mixer, and Areola ends up grabbing it there. Leeds aren't much better in the relegation war. They are 15th in the league, 4 points above the drop zone. Leeds now will work it out and pass the ball around. Still not trying to run. It's Tam with a touch. Kyle Walker-Peters backing. Okafor just absolutely having to give chase, and boy, that's really dangerous from Areola. Okafor was really bearing down. Areola had to get that to safety. These two teams have already met once this season in the league. That was at Ellen Road on the 24th of October. Leeds won 2-1 on that game. Brendan Aronson and Joe Rodon with the goals there. These two are also going to play again on the final day of the season. That could be important. Here comes in West Ham. cleared away to safety. Leeds now. Possession, Jacobijo. West Ham, the first three games of this run to the last eight of the Cup, they've knocked out QPR, they've knocked out QPR, Burton, and Brentford. And another thing to keep in mind, if you're into trends, we might be here a while because all three of West Ham's FA Cup ties this season have gone into extra time. The 2-1 win over QPR in the third round. Winner came on 98 minutes from Taddy Castellanos, the former New York City FC man. Fourth round, they went to Burton Albion. They won 1-0. The goal come in the 95th from Crescencio Somerville, the former Leeds man. And then in the fifth round, they needed penalties to see off Brentford. Possession once again here. I'm going to push forward. So half touch there for Axel Disasi. Now West Ham run. Here is Doof. El Haj Malik Doof. Went for the little 1-2, but Doof couldn't get there. Rodon was there defensively. This is a Leeds United squad that haven't won a match in the league since the 6th of February. 4 draws and 2 defeats in the 6 league games since. Here come West Ham, though. Cross coming in. Oh, good save! Walker Peters now trying to keep it alive. His cross sliced away. It's Perry's turn to get tested. Leeds have seen off 3 championship sides to advance to this stage, eliminating Derby, Birmingham, and Norwich to get here. Here's Adama Traore for West Ham. Now gives it to Sunguntu Magasa. Doof whips across in, took a slight deflected header. Justin there to clear it away. Only as far as Doof. Yes, Doof keeps it in left side. Doof's cross sliced behind by Bogle for a West Ham corner. He's beating Derby 3-1 in that third round. They fell behind in that game before Ganato, Tanaka, and Justin got the goals. Penalties needed against Birmingham, and then 3-0 win against Norwich. The last win in any competition. A header. Disasi, a very good header. And it's away by Stock. Leeds supporters, of course, always a passionate, I do mean passionate bunch, always showing their support. Daniel Farke mentioned that Leeds struggled in this competition, so he kind of felt that he owed it to the fans and wanted to put, and other things, to put out a strong squad for this one. And again, there is cup history with these 2 teams, but it's been a while. West Ham are 3-time winners of the competition. Perry's cross. Chance for West Ham. Castellanos. Get a foul here. West Ham won the cup. Their first cup win was in 1964. They beat Preston to the final Sir Jeff Hurst among the goal scorers that day in front of 100,000 at the old Wembley. 11 years later, they won it for the second time. In 1975, they beat Fulham, and then they won it again in 1980. They've also been runners-up twice. Last time they reached the final, you have to go back to 2006. They lost an epic final in Cardiff to Liverpool. Jacob Bijol with it. Bijol now to Rodon. He's trying to run forward again. Here is Okafor on the left-hand side. Okafor with good speed in the penalty areas. There across. It's not a very good one. It's going to be retrieved by Rodon at the other end, but Jared Bowen back there defending. Good backtrack cover there by the attacker. Leeds now working with it one more time. West Ham in the quarterfinals of the competition for the first time since 2016. As Leeds come forward again here with Justin. With a slip, and he couldn't get a proper cross in. Ball bouncing around in the West Ham attacking half. Castellanos gets onto it. Walker Peters trying to get there, and the referee blows play dead. Dimitri Payet's team, the last time they went to the quarterfinals, and the last time they made it to the semifinals was the aforementioned 2006 Cup run. Leeds United's Cup history, of course. Hard to believe, as proud and as loud as they are, they've only won the FA Cup one time in their history. That was all the way back in 1972. There. When they beat Arsenal in the final that year, Alan Clark got the goal that day to win the Cup for Leeds back in 72. Leeds coming forward on this right-hand side. Rodon. A little pass there. Lucas Mecha. Blocked briefly, now back to Stock. Stock with a cross coming in. Walker Peters heads it away, and West Ham deal with that threat for now. Now it's Adama Traore, and he can run. We know he's got speed, and there he goes. Here's Adama Traore. Good pass. Tees up Bowen. First time shot. Good save, Perry. Justin clears it to safety. West Ham keep it alive, though, with Doof. Bowen with a cross. Castellanos going for the overhead kick. And a kick to the... A kick that knocks a Leeds player down, and Leeds count themselves rather fortunate they're not behind. Adama Traore, you cannot put a price tag on speed. You can't coach speed. It's what they say in American sports, and it's true here. He did a good job teeing up Bowen, and it's not a bad hit from Bowen. Perry had to be at pretty much full stretch to make that save. And he did. Mentioned Leeds' FA Cup struggles. They're in the quarterfinals for the first time since 2003. That was was the last time that they made the quarters. They beat Scunthorpe, Gillingham, and Crystal Palace before losing 1-0 to Sheffield United. They met twice in cup competitions that year. Renown blowing anti-salsa in there. Leeds' last FA Cup semi-final, if you can believe, was 1987. So that's what's at stake for these two proud clubs. I'll get to that red box comment in a minute, but here come Leeds. Great cross! Again, West Ham heading away. End-to-end stuff here, just no end product. Now, Traore with his speed. Trying to tee up Bowen and couldn't. Red box says, of course, in true Arsenal fashion, we embarrassed ourselves yesterday, and now we're out of this thing. Yeah, the quadruple hopes are now reduced to just the double. Still in good shape in the league, and still perhaps in good shape in the Champions League, but the two domestic cup competitions have not gone the way of the Gunners. They first were beaten in the League Cup, of course, final by Man City, and then yesterday, of course, what Mr. Parkins referencing was their defeat to Southampton in the quarterfinals. Just a stunning development. $15.5 minutes gone. West Ham 0, Leeds 0. FA Cup quarterfinal. Big day of action on our channels. We also have, I believe the plan is still to have the hockey between the Wild and the Red Wings. That'll come your way at 1 o'clock today. Here's Castellanos and shot over the bar. And then 3:30, we're waiting for this one. The Women's Basketball National Championship. South Carolina, UCLA. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, the Men's NIT Championship. Tulsa and Auburn. $16.5 minutes have gone in this FA Cup quarterfinal. Last piece to the puzzle, as mentioned, Manchester City, Chelsea, and Southampton. Already know they're going to Wembley at the end of the month for the semis. Who's going to join them there? The draw will come after this game. We won't have the draw, but it is interesting how no matter what happens in this game, you're going to have two of the quote-unquote big six, and then you're going to have two clubs who aren't as big, and wouldn't be minnows per se, but not as big as the big six, obviously. Sir Trevor Brooking among the famous dignitaries in attendance today. What a player, what an analyst he was. For that England team that won the cup, that conquered the world in 1966 on home soil. Leeds have it now back in the opposition half with Ethan and Padu. Now it's Bogle, right-hand side, gives it a vote for back to Bogle. Bogle, and then it goes over to Stock. Now it's Bogle. Rodon. Streak again. Nice patient play here from Leeds. Don't forget, tomorrow we got a League One matchup for you too. Bolton and Stockport County. That'll be a good one. That's a big game in that division. Again in the attacking half. Trying to Look for that little bit of space, that little pocket of space. Wow. Look for it. It was almost WWE style to the ground there by Max Kilman. Nuno looking on. Long free kick for Leeds. And for a thunderous attempt, I think he was actually trying to score from there. It was never really going to work there for Stock. And now whistling a foul against Leeds in the aftermath. Leeds, West Ham give it away. Leeds now have it. Justin Okafor with it. He's been causing issues down that left-hand side for West Ham. Okafor another cross. And very good header back from Justin. And then Doof with the back header to Areola. Stock again. Working it through again. Okafor. Now it goes to Stock. Now back over it goes to Okafor. Again causing some problems. Again, no one really there to meet it with a head. Bogle's in there. Bogle. Slight deflection. Bowen clears it away for West Ham. Did not have getting chase for Leeds and a foul against West Ham at the little boot by Castellanos. Leeds United are managed by 49-year-old Daniel Fark from Steinhausen in West Germany, as it was known then. He said of himself in his playing days, quote, he knew how to score, but was probably the slowest striker in the whole of Western Europe. Managed at Norwich, Krasnodar, and Borussia Mönchengladbach before coming to Leeds. 3 times a winner of the championship, 2 with Norwich and once with Leeds. Cross coming in. Tanaka. Now over to Okafor. Tanaka. Lifting one in. Bogle with a cross. Now it's Tanaka. Stroik. Okafor. Tanaka. Okafor left-hand side. Again causing some issues. Okafor, it's blocked by Walker Peters. It's behind for a corner. Nuno, of course, the manager of West Ham, the 52-year-old from Sao Tome in the Portuguese Sao Tome and Principe. He's managed at Rio Ave, Valencia, Porto, Wolves, Tottenham, Al Ittihad, and Nottingham Forest. Has 3 domestic cup successes as a player. He won the Spanish Cup with Deportivo in 2002, as well as the Portuguese Cup in 03-09 with Porto. Cross comes in. Areola bravely elects to punch. And then a collision between Freddie Potts and Pascal Stroik. Blown by. Now Leeds have it again with Tanaka. Now here is James Justin and his cross. Couldn't meet another blue shirt, and it goes well out of play. Leeds have definitely had the upper hand in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Still no goals, though. Now here's Rodon for Leeds. Ampadu. Now over to Tanaka. Justin. Now Okafor. Now Tanaka, good cross. It's deflected and off the post. It's gone in. Oh, Tanaka. 1-0 Leeds. They've waited a generation to get back to the semifinals of the FA Cup. They still have a ways to go, but they've taken a big step here. Tanaka's goal, 1-0 to the visitors. Oh, all Tanaka's work. Again, good work. Okafor's involved. He gets it to Tanaka, spins around, and it's not the cleanest strike in the world, but the thousands that have made the trek from Yorkshire to the capital will not care one bit. And after another look on replay, it does appear to take the slightest deflection off of Axel Disasi. And the Leeds supporters in dreamland. Now, West Ham, do they have a response? Nagasa loses out to Okafor. Now Stroik. In the center. Due for West Ham. Mateus Fernandez with it now for West Ham at the back. And now, how do the Hammers adjust? Zuma to Fernandez. West Ham have given it away. No, they have not, because it's going to be a foul. And Tanaka, the goal scorer, has now been called for a foul here. West Ham now have possession back, but Leeds again, providing a lot of pressure. Tanaka wins it. Meeting midfield. Rodon's going to give chase to it. Clears it away. Ham now have the ball. Ray. Kilman. Now to Sassy. Walker Peters on the right wing. Ball going out of play, and Tanaka now back in his own half. Riolo now will kick it back side. Walker Peters in his own half. That's Tam with Walker Peters now. Just past the half-hour marking. Al Tanaka's goal. It's given Leeds a 1-0 advantage in this FA Cup quarterfinal. Bowen trying to keep it alive for West Ham, left-hand side. Vogel did a good job defending though. Peters. Ross. Now Leeds have a chance to break. West Ham caught napping here. It's Okafor. Here's an opportunity! And Areola with a last-ditch save to keep it at 1-0. Stock was the one that had the chance. Goalkeeping at the end by Areola. Now VAR is checking to see if there's a foul against West Ham in the build-up here. See. Well, there's no intent to the ball there. That is for darn sure. Daniel Farke's men, are they going to have a penalty here? Chance to make it 2-0 perhaps. Still discussing this. Stock is a little bit slow to get up. He's limping back. Again, doesn't look like an attempt on the ball. So no penalty, but it is going to be a corner for Leeds. Corner. And headed away by West Ham. As Disasi did there. Injury problems for Anton Stock, the 27-year-old from Buchholz in the Nordheide, Germany. Previously played for Greuther Fürth, Mainz, and Hoffenheim, amongst others. He's also made 3 senior appearances. He also made 3 appearances on Germany's Olympic team in the Tokyo Games. His father's a sports commentator. And a shot there. To finish up, during the group stage of the 2021 European Under-21 Championships, Stock was actually played in those matches that his father commentated. And when he was substituted in the second match against the Netherlands that year, his father said, "Blamir mich not junga," which is in English, "Don't embarrass me, boy," or "Don't embarrass me, son." That's why you listen to these broadcasts. You never know what kind of info you're going to get. Stock is back onto the pitch. Brendan Aronson, the American, was warming up and took his tracksuit off. Maybe you have to hold off. Here's Troy Walker-Peters, West Ham. Near the penalty area. Doof. Now Magassa. Cross from Kilman. Traore. Couldn't keep it in. West Ham again trying to work their way through. Goal kick for Leeds. Okafor. Now over to James Justin. Cross here. Now Freddie Potts. West Ham left-hand side. This is Jared Bowen. Bowen. Shot blocked. Danger still there for Leeds. Shot of the penalty area. Saved. The flag was up anyway, so it would not have mattered. It was a tame shot regardless. And also a late yellow card being given out here to Leeds is Lucas Mecha. Referee now getting a little bit more demonstrative in his order giving, if you will. I'm making up terms here. Really need this game to get back going, and it does. He's now trying to string a few passes around. Craig Paulson is the referee today, by the way. 47-year-old who's been a FIFA-listed referee since 2015. From 2015 to 2024, he's a FIFA-listed referee, I should say. Now it's Leeds with it here with James Justin. Okafor. Tanaka. Now it's Justin. Justin now leads with it again. It was poor from West Ham, and Bogle with a shot that goes woefully wide. Walker Peters with it for West Ham. The Sassy losing out in the 44th minute. West Ham have a free kick inside their own half. There's a chance for West Ham. It's Castellanos. And the shot going just over the bar from the Argentine. The referee looks like he's going to ready to put the amount of required stoppage time up here in just a minute. There's West Ham with Castellanos. Now back to Stroik. Traore. Now it's Walker Peters. Fernandez. West Ham again. Appears cross and no one there to meet it. That's kind of summed up West Ham in this first half. Four minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. Now it's West Ham again with, see, a foul. It's a free kick to Leeds just inside their own half. Now Leeds with another opportunity maybe here before the half. Left-hand side, it's Justin. Ariola again there to save it. West Ham had a few brief spells, but Leeds have had most of the attacking chances, to be fair, and it's they who are in front in first half stoppage time in this FA Cup quarterfinal. Back it goes to Perry. Bowen. Steanos now. Bowen again. Walker Peters. Left-hand side. Cross comes in from West Ham. Here is Justin back there defending. Comes back to Walker Peters. Another swinging cross. Header. Oh, Bowen's in the center. He was in the mixer and Perry made the save, but again, the flag came up anyway, so would not have mattered. West Ham now back inside their own half again with Freddie Potts. Ball being played here, and it's going to drift out of play. That might be enough to take us to the end of the first half stoppage time because there's only 10 seconds left. The referee now blows for halftime. And Leeds United are halfway to their first semifinal for roughly 40 years. Al Tanaka's goal that scuffed off the crossbar and found its way in is the difference between these two teams in this quarterfinal. Halftime at the Olympic Stadium. West Ham 0, Leeds 1. We'll be back for the second half in a few moments. Getting set for the second half of this FA Cup Quarterfinal. Leeds lead West Ham 1-0. The goal from Al Tanaka. It has Leeds on the verge. Their first FA Cup semifinals since the 80s. This passionate club just keeps finding ways to disappoint its fans in some instances. West Ham are going to make a double change to start the second half. Pablo and Thomas Susek, the veteran, will come on. Susek, the 31-year-old from Czechia, who's made over 200 appearances for the club. Magasa and Freddie Potts are the ones that are coming off. And then you have Pablo, the 22-year-old from Braga, Portugal. But he represents Brazil for international play. Played at Gil Vicente for joining West Ham in January. He's yet to score for the Hammers. This will be a good time, a good match to pick to break that goal-scoring drought. So off we go with the start of the second half. West Ham will be going from right to left in their claret shirts. Leeds the opposite end in their changed blue shirts. It's they who have possession first. Bogle. Ball over the top here. Kilman's going to get away from it. Ampadu with it now. Ampadu. And spread it in to the penalty area. And now West Ham have it. Now here's Traore. We mentioned his speed. Oh, caught from behind, just shy of midfield by Ampadu. That's actually a pretty good foul. And he'll get a yellow card for it. And I think he's fine conceding that, Ethan Ampadu. Because he knows that was the only chance he had at stopping a West Ham. A threat in that moment was to bring down Adama Traore like that. Now, Traore is still down. You got players going back and forth with each other. So that's not particularly good. Referee now trying, Craig Paulson now having to deal with some things here. Here's Ampadu. So they're still dealing. Now he got a Leeds player down, injured behind the play. Apparently that's Rodon, so things going on. Now we can resume play with the West Ham free kick after that long sorted affair. Okafor. Now here is Traore on the left-hand side for West Ham. Trying to cut to his right. Traore lifts it in. That's a decent ball, but not a good enough header on it. Leeds will run away with Ampadu. They have a break here, potentially brewing on the left-hand side. It's Okafor with it now. Okafor trying to cut. He's been giving West Ham problems all match long. Okafor loses out. Ampadu now over to Aronson, who did come on, by the way. The 25-year-old from Medford, New Jersey. So he's in the game now. Bogle. And that was a poor touch by Ampadu, and West Ham will try to get it clear, but they can't get it all the way clear. Rodon back in after his brief knock, gives chase. He and Soucek with a battle towards the touchline, and it's going to be West Ham ball. He's might be getting ready to bring some more substitutions on here. Sebastian Bornau coming on. And Castellanos, the whistle had blown. Castellanos let fly from distance, and he scored an absolute belter, but I think everybody had stopped playing, so. Now, substitution be made here. Joe Rodon cannot continue, and so Sebastian Bornau will come on, the 27-year-old from Vemmel, Belgium, who's played for Anderlecht, Cologne, and Wolfsburg in his career. He's been with Leeds since the summer of 2025. He's also made 4 appearances for Belgium at senior level. Here comes Leeds with Bornau with it. Now, over now to Bogle. Nice little 1-2 with Bogle. Poor possession there. Fernandez commits the foul, and it'll be a free kick for Leeds in their own half. Leeds have it now with Bijou on the back. Now over to Ampadu. Just being patient from the back. This Yorkshire club. Are they on the verge of a semi-final place? Boy, if they hang on and you get the draw come out, and the draw comes out with a Chelsea Leeds semi-final, that'll bring back memories for old heads. Maybe not all for the best reasons, but it would be something. Here come Leeds roaming forward to the left-hand side. Looking for Bogle in the center. It was deflected only as far as Ampadu. Mecha. And West Ham now with Castellanos. Doof. Now it's Castellanos. Pablo. Now back to Doof. Kilman. Areola. West Ham now trying to push forward here. Bowen. The ball on the right-hand side for Walker Peters to chase. And for a cross blocked by Stroik. It's going to be, though, out for a throw-in. The West Ham supporters urging their team on here. Now West Ham working it again. Traore with a cross. Leeds again. Good defensive clearance on another Leeds player that's down. So hopefully there the youth player still being tended to. I hope for his sake that he is A-okay. Training staff just making sure he's all good to go. Daniel Farke's men. The 1-0 lead. Now here we go with West Ham. Play resumes. Doof. Traore gets chasing. Out of bounds it goes. Play does resume. Sassy kicks it back to Areola. 59th minute. Leeds lead by 1-0. And Now Leeds have given it away. Now West Ham have given it away. Leeds on the run. Real opportunity here. It's Okafor, and it's forced wide. But again, Noah Okafor giving West Ham all kinds of fits down that left-hand side. The Swiss international, as he's done all day. West Ham looking to go forward. Oh, they've got a chance here. Bowen on the right-hand side. He keeps it into the area. Bowen teeing up a shot, and it's just wide. Wide and over from Castellanos. West Ham were that close. Pulling level. Eight attempts for Leeds, 7 for West Ham. Leeds 4 on target. West Ham with 2. Now it's Jared Bowen. That's Areola. Kilman, West Ham, and back in their own half. We didn't do a full halftime show, so we'll get you caught up here on what's happening in soccer world today. La Liga action. Sevilla and Real Oviedo are goalless earlier today. Getafe 2-0 winner over Athletic Bilbao, and Celta Vigo beat Valencia 3-2. Union Berlin won. St. Pauli won the Bundesliga. Here's a chance and a header off the post. And Castellanos again close and again couldn't convert. Oh boy. By the way, update in the Scottish Premiership race, Hearts could only draw at Livingston. Celtic currently in a 1-1 draw with Dundee. 1-1 draw with Dundee. West Ham still haven't got out of the wood. Leeds still aren't out of the woods yet. DeSassi with a shot. No, and Castellanos gets the crowd fired up and ready to go. Header here. Walker Peters. The cross. Castellanos flung himself at it and couldn't get proper contact with it. Here is Walker Peters. Another cross. Deflected behind for a corner. Harry urging his defense to help him out a little bit more. Now Okafor still lying down on his backside. He might be a little bit gimpy. He's been suffering some knocks here in the second half. West Ham fans now singing and trying to urge their team on in this quarterfinal. 65th minute. West Ham with a corner. Castellanos was in there. Leeds able to hack it away to safety. 5 minutes to go. Boy, Leeds are going to have to do a lot of defending here. Walker Peters now with it. Here's another cross headed behind, and Perry grabs it. Here's Fernandez for West Ham. Now gives it to Walker Peters. Bowen. Bowen blocked. Fernandez with a cross. Fernandez goes down. Still he goes down. West Ham fans wanted a foul, didn't get it. It's going all the way back to the other side of the pitch. Areola claims that West Ham will have to restart again. 67th minute now. It's West Ham again with Pablo. Susek. Susek. Doof. Doof now over to Susek. Now DeSassi. Plays it in. Where will it fall? Left-hand side for Traore is where. Traore. And behind by Bogle. It's West Ham with a corner. This is Fernandez. Cross. Corner comes in. The volley from Bowen blocked. Back only as far as Walker Peters. And cross. Blocked. Leeds now are going to bring on a triple substitution here, it looks like. Wilfred Gnonto will come on, as will Ilya Gruev. Gnonto the Italian, Gruev the Bulgarian. And the other sub is going to be number 9, the English striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Gnonto. So play resumes with the substitutions as Leeds bring on 3 fresh sets of legs. Leeds now on the attack one more time, left-hand side. Ganoto. Foul and a free kick to Leeds. Disassi protests, but it'll be in vain, I believe. Leeds with the free kick. Here it comes. And then the volley over the bar from Stroik. Ariel's long ball. Stroik. Ganoto. Here's a chance. Oh, and then down in the penalty area it goes. Aronson, referee not interested. And Purdue and other Leeds players incensed that there was not a penalty called there. Now, VAR is checking to see if it's going to be a possible penalty. They are checking on it. It doesn't look like they're going to make this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the first penalty, the first appeal at a penalty they looked at earlier was more of a penalty than this one. I think. Now they're looking at it again. Now the referee has come, and let's see, is he going to give it? It is a penalty for Leeds. Kilman with the yellow card. Leeds now with the penalty. And now it's going to be Dominic Calvert-Lewin, it looks like, who's just come on to take the penalty. That could send Leeds a massive step towards an FA Cup semi-final for the first time in a generation. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a veteran. Greg Paul Lawson waits to blow the whistle. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. No messing about. He runs towards those passionate Leeds fans. Calvert-Lewin has scored. And Leeds now go 2 up. And that might be the goal to take them down Wembley way at the end of the month. And into the last 4 of the FA Cup. Simple penalty, that, really. Some West Ham fans have seen enough. A little less than 15 minutes to play. Sent Areola the wrong way. Simple penalty. Nothing fancy. Just put it in the back of the net. That's what Dominic Calvert-Lewin did. His 11th goal of the season in all competitions. His first goal outside of the Premier League. All 10 come in league games prior to that. And it looks a long way back for West Ham now. Is Sassy. Gilman with it, and it's going to be a corner for Leeds. Corner coming for West Ham. They need a response quickly if they're going to have any chance. Fernandez. Doing, and the West Ham fans, the ones that are staying, are very, very Seth Eaves with you here. We're on this live watch along with the day, and now Leeds working through. Here is Calvert-Lewin. Still danger, still not clear. Leeds could be in again. It's Bogle. Oh, and it was nearly a cheeky backheel finish from Gnonto. Just wide. '79th minute. 2-0 to Leeds. Lewin tried to get chase to that, couldn't quite do it. Here's Adama Traore for West Ham. Traore. Working through. Doof. Right now gives it to Matthias Fernandez. And 10 minutes. Now Gnotto and West Ham and Leeds could really try and finish this off here. Still have it now here on the left-hand side. West Ham lose possession back though. They've given it away cheaply. Another chance from Bornau, and we could say by Areola. Leeds will take their time with their sweet time with this corner. Here's another Leeds corner. Areola came to punch. Good move right here. Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the left-hand side. Corner. Leeds fans are feeling it now. We're in the 83rd minute. Here's the Leeds corner. It's grabbed by Areola. 7 minutes to play. Nuno looks on, and looks like it's going to be a West Ham will be solely left to fight to focus on a relegation scrap now. West Ham host Wolves on Friday night, a massive game here. It's at London Stadium. Then they're away to Crystal Palace. They'll host Everton, at Brentford, host Arsenal, away to Newcastle, and then hosting this Leeds team on the final day of the season. How critical could that be? Leeds go to old rival Manchester United next Monday at Old Trafford. Then they host Wolves, Bournemouth away, Burnley at home, Tottenham away, Brighton at home, and West Ham away. He's trying to play it in. give it away, Ganoto. Weston give away, Ganoto. Calvert-Lewin. Not much help there. All the way clear, though. Shot from distance blocked. Sixth minute. The problems just continue to mount for West Ham. Sixth minute. Shot goes wide. Seventh minute. '87th minute. And now the screen goes blank. So, technical problem. Do I need to pull out that quote from do I need to pull the expletive button from JT last night? I might need to do that. Oh, Lord. Reminder, Wild and Red Wings are on right now. You can watch that stream. Later today, in about a couple of hours or so, a little more than 2 hours, Women's National Championship game in college basketball, South Carolina and UCLA. Then tonight, the championship game for the men's NIT, Tulsa and Auburn. And then tomorrow morning, Bolton and Stockport, a big game in League One. And then tomorrow night, the men's basketball championship, Michigan and Connecticut. And let's see if they're gonna. Let's see if the clock I have goes. Okay, they've resumed. Okay, good. They've gotten the pictures back. That's good to see. Traore for West Ham. Traore. Doof. Cross comes in. And it away. Susek. On ball to give chase here. And now it could be Leeds here with Brendan Aronson. Aronson. Bogle. Into about the third row. '90th minute. Fight here. They're going to give 11 minutes of stoppage time here. My goodness. West Ham going through. Here's a cross. The header goes just wide from Pablo. Jaden Bogle, by the way, got a yellow card in the middle of that. 95 seconds into stoppage time. 11 minutes as a whole, promised by the referee. Now it's Disassi for West Ham. Long ball. Chance for Pablo. Now gets it back to Traore. High ball. Good cross. Oh, off the post. But it's falling back into the path of Fernandez. Hold on, everybody. We might have a cup tie yet. West Ham have a lifeline. Original shuttle was from Bowen, hit the post, and Mateus Fernandez was Johnny on the spot on the rebound. Good shot from Bowen. And Fernandez's first touch wasn't great, but he had enough time and enough space to where he could calmly use the second touch to poke it in. Now Leeds back at West Ham, back inside their own half. Do they have time to pull this off? It looks like some of the West Ham fans that left are finding their way back in. Here is Ampadu. Ampadu loses out. Susek with the throw in. West Ham have about 6.5 minutes to try and rescue themselves. Their supporters coming back in. It's like that Miami Heat 2013 NBA Finals game all over again. Traore, it's why you never leave games. Traore chips it in. And not enough height on it. Perry has it easily covered. 6 minutes left for Leeds to hang on. West Ham push forward again. Doof. Coming here, now or never time. Traore, header, chance. Oh, it's in! Oh, it's in! I don't believe it! Axel Disasi! It is 2-2! And now extra time looms! Oh my word. FA Cup magic in East London. Now, there's a possible VAR check going on here. Ampadu talking with the ref. Bowen. Daniel Farke will not have known what's just hit him here. Still, we're waiting for the kickoff here. I mean, this is. It's why you never leave a sporting event. And it's why you never underestimate the magic, and you never underestimate the madness of this competition. If detractors, I don't want to be mean to people, it's detractors can do one. Now West Ham, they've got time to win this. Surely they couldn't. Susek. Bowen now. And deflected out of play. It's a West Ham throw-in. So now, a couple of minutes left. Here come the heads. Leeds get it away with Aronson. Traore playing it through. Can Castellanos get onto the end of it? No, he cannot. "30 seconds left. Long ball play. Can Traore get there? No. And it looks as if for the fourth game in succession in this competition, just like the previous 3 games West Ham had played, it's going to take more than the regulation time for it to end. Or is it? Gnonto is in! And Walker Peters just disrupted it enough and was able to clear it away. That would have been the ultimate cruel goal. We've played the 11 minutes. Leeds trying to push forward with Gruev. Now it's Gnonto. Got shoved by Fernandez. Leeds are going to have a free kick. It's not over yet. This is a crazy cup tie. Here comes the free kick. Gruev to take. Talk about a gut punch. If Leeds were to score off this, it would be the ultimate gut punch. Waits for the referee's signal to deliver this free kick. Here it comes. It's whipped in. It's the header from Calvert-Lewin. And Areola grabs it. And he throws it long up the pitch. West Ham rushing forward in case there's time to do something. Doof's clipped. And a foul, and what is the call? The foul is against West Ham. And now shove Anthony Castellanos here, and this should take us to extra time. Simply amazing what has happened here. Long kick. And that's it. Stoppage time, extra time it is again for West Ham in the cup. We're 2-0 up at cruising. And then in stoppage time, 2 goals from West Ham, 1 from Fernandez, another from Disasi, and 30 more minutes are on the way from the Olympic Stadium. We'll be back with more of this FA Cup Watchalong in just a moment. And we welcome you back to. Oh, that's big trouble here. Perry's in a world of hurt. Oh, it's gone in. Scored 29 seconds into injury time. Into extra time. An abject disaster. This is an unbelievable collapse from Leeds. Oh my word. And now, what's the call here? Oh, Castellanos, was he offside in the build-up? He was! Goal disallowed! Another twist in the tail. Oh my word. Now Leeds come forward again. What drama. Into the area. Oh, and Ariola's made a mess of it. Cleared only as far as Gnotto. Justin Gnotto wide. Oh, what a start to extra time. So now it's Leeds with 4 minutes in to extra time, and already enough drama to encapsulate most of a full game. This is unbelievable what's happening here. Leeds were in cruise control, and now a 2-0. No tag. Oh, that's clear. It's Walker Peters. Gets his shot away, and Perry covers the save. Here's Gano to the left-hand side. Leeds now with Stroik. On ball right-hand side. Cross in. Ariolo with a save to deny Okafor. End to end in extra time. You think it might be fair to say that these two don't want penalties? I'll say Susek. On ball here. Eighth minute of extra time. Walker Peters for West Ham. Now it's Leeds with Grulev. And Grulev! Wide of the mark. What a FA Cup tie. West Ham were 2-0 up. Or Leeds were 2-0 up. Now West Ham have fought back. And end-to-end madness in extra time. Now Leeds have caught up again here. Fernandez. Shot deflected, only as far as Fernandez. It away. Gruev. Now we're in the 11th minute of extra time. He's trying to work with it left-hand side. Here's Jared Bowen for West Ham now. He's got space, and Bowen hits the post. Rebound is in. Flag is up, though. And Pablo and West Ham fans' joy cut short by a linesman's flag. And another twist in a game that's suddenly become chock full of them. Unbelievable. Nuno thought he had it and then realized he didn't. The owner's executive thought they had it. He's getting chased again with Bogle. Doof. Now, good long ball. Right hand side. Bowen's in again. Jared Bowen wide. He was running at Justin. He tried for a curler, but a little curl poke, but he just curled it wide of the goal. Well, where will the drama end in this one? Might end in a penalty shootout. As we mentioned earlier, each team has played a penalty shootout in this competition. Leeds did it 2 rounds ago at Birmingham City. West Ham won on penalties in the last round against Brentford. Two minutes left of the first half of extra time. Looks like Leeds are going to have their sub come on here with Joel Pyro coming on. Free kick Leeds, though, before the substitution. Long delivery on the free kick, and it goes right to the hands of Areola. Walker Peters now for West Ham. 1-2. It's Walker Peters. Now Pablo. Susek. Disassi now over to Kilman. Back to Disassi. Disassi still goes. Owen. Shiganoto from behind. Free kick. Leeds go quickly with it. Justin. Aronson. A little right-hand side. He fell over. Now it's West Ham's ball. Traore. Trying to spin away. Here is Adama Traore on the run. Good ball played in here. Doof! And a little bit too much on it. What a game. 2 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. I'll whistle here. Yellow card, Walker Peters, and Leeds are going to have a free kick on the edge of the box just before the end of stoppage time at the end of the first half. James Justin to take this free kick. Justin lifting it in and too high on it. Joel couldn't get there at the far post, and that's the end of the first half of extra time. It was a fun 15 minutes. It's not your normal extra time, just waiting for something to happen and sitting on your hands. Both these teams went after it. West Ham twice had the ball in the net, only to have it disallowed. 15 more minutes. Will somebody grab a winner, or will it be penalties to determine who moves on to the semifinals of the FA Cup? We'll be right back. 15 minutes gone. 15 in extra time. 15 more on the way. So off we go. 15 more minutes to see if any one of these teams can grab a winner before the lottery of a penalty shootout. 2-2 between West Ham and Leeds. West Ham going right to left in their claret. Leeds left to right in blue. West Ham have made a change. Ollie Scarles has come on to replace El Hadj Malik Diouf, who's played a pretty solid game, but Scarles, the left back, was a winner that was a 2023 FA Youth Cup winner when he was with West Ham. Of course, it's a youth academy that has just provided so many great talents over the years. Here's Leeds. Cross and much on there. Pyro also has come on for Leeds. Bogle off. Now the nerves. Well, about 35 minutes ago, those Leeds fans were dreaming of coming back to the capital to go to Wembley at the end of this month. They were 2-0 up and cruising. And West Ham have just stolen it and have forced Leeds to now fight for this. Here's West Ham now with Adama Traore. Kilman. To Sassy, now it's Walker Peters. Walker Peters. Ariola. And Purdue wins it in the midfield for Leeds. They'll try to string the passes together. Craig Paulson blows a whistle. He saw something that he did not like. It's not working good. This is Pyro on the left-hand side. Ball out here on the left-hand side, and Aronson commits a foul. Sam going forward here. Now it's West Ham again. Now it's Fernandez lifting it. Here's Bowen. Now Fernandez. Now Kante. I'm going to do Kante. Now it's Walker Peters. Fernandez whips it in. Leeds deal with it. Half-hearted effort from Kilman back in. Never really was a major threat. Chance coming in here. It's Conte. Didn't quite keep it in. West Ham scored all 5 of their penalties. West Ham 5th. Scored all 5 of their penalties. Leeds only scored all 4 of theirs when they played their respective shootouts this season in this competition. Calvert-Lewin. A bit of a bout with Fernandez. Now West Ham running forward again here with Traore. Traore goes down. Clock apparently can only... so apparently the clock on our thing stops at 110 minutes. So that's as far as it'll go. So the match is not over. There's still about 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go. So now I kind of have to call the time radio style. 23rd minute of extra time. 30 is the distance. Now, Pablo. He's in here. Pablo. Dangerous defending from Leeds. 6s and 7s all over the place. And Lucas Perry to Leeds' rescue. Now it's Scarles. Now gives it to Traore. Fernandez. Pass up now to Disasi. Bowen. Kilman. Kilman with a pass now over to Scarles. Traore left-hand side. Good move, Traore. And cleared for a cross by Gnotto. Conte fighting and winning it here. West Ham now to Traore, left-hand side. Here he goes, Adama Traore. Trying to squeeze the pass through, and Parry making the save. Leeds looking for something here, and it was meant to be a cross or a shot from Erickson, and Areola had to adjust. So 26 minutes of extra time. West Ham getting some more players fresh and haven't worn up. There are some subs available, and now this is where I think you can admit now. I think you can see the fact that you would have to make any substitutions that you haven't made yet. You would have to make it with a penalty shootout in mind. Have to deal with it, and Areola is still down. When he made that leaping save effort, he had to contort himself, and he hurt himself in the process. So this is going to add some extra time to it. And now it looks as if West Ham are going to bring a backup keeper on. Areola is going to be unable to continue. And now, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be, because I don't have a 49 on the senior roster, but I do have a 49 on the under 21s. Finley Herrick. Well, young man, if that is indeed the case, young man, this is a heck of an opportunity for you to come in. As if this game needed another twist. Ariola trying to make it work. And it looks as if Ariola's going to come off. Well, we talk about FA Cup heroes. How this competition creates magic and can create a star out of anybody. Well, here you go. Welcome to the FA Cup Spotlight, young Finley Herrick. So now Herrick will come on and he'll do a goal kick. So Finley Herrick from the under-21 academy at West Ham comes on. There are going to be 5 extra minutes because we played the 30 of extra time. We played the 15 of the second half. They're going to add 5 more to it. Brendan Aronson. Leeds now just trying to string together a few passes. I'd shoot. I'd go for goal and test the young goalkeeper, wouldn't you? Short pass goes through the crowd and goes back to Herrick. What a spot for this young man. Back to Perry. He's just 20 years old. He signed his first pro contract with the club ahead of the 23-24 season. He was a part of that aforementioned Youth Cup team from a few years ago. He's made a couple of appearances with England's under-18s and friendlies. He had a season-long loan spell at Boreham Wood back in it was supposed to be a season-long loan deal at Boreham Wood, but they've recalled him. And now he is into the spotlight. And Conte's trying to win it. And Perry. He's only played in 3 games. For the club. Now Leeds coming forward. Here comes a cross, and it's going to be headed away. And you're still not all the way clear. And Pampadu, Justin, West Ham now with it. Here comes Traore. West Ham player injured. By the way, congratulations to Wraith Rovers, who have won the Scottish Challenge Cup. We're going to have the English equivalent of that, the competition for sides outside the top 2 tiers in the Football League, the 3rd and 4th tier. We're going to have that final for you next Sunday. Stockport County against Luton Town from Wembley. Long ball to the top. Pablo's in. Defender caught up. Dama Traore looks as if his race is run. Ezra Myers is coming on, another youngster. Squad player. He's just 19. Made his debut in a Premier League game against Brighton back in December. 25 seconds left. Gruev left wing. Cross comes in. Gruev still in there. Heads go up. Disassi clears. 5 seconds until the allotted time up. Bowen's messing around. Ball goes out of play, and I don't think the referee's going to give any more. No, he's not. This is heading for a penalty shootout. We'll be right back. Penalty drama from the Capitol. We welcome you back. Penalty shootout. The penalties will be taken at the home end. If you were watching the match, the end to the left will be where the penalties are taken. Leeds United will shoot first. The first penalty taker is going to be Joel Pyro, who scored one of Leeds' 4 penalties in the 4th round win at Birmingham City. against Finley Herrick. What a moment for the young man, the young West Ham youth product. Pyro against Herrick. It's Pyro. Herrick saves it! Guessed right. Good save. Can you believe this start to the shootout for West Ham? Now, can an outfield player do the trick? Jared Bowen to take the first West Ham penalty. Bowen started the shootout, scored the first penalty to start the shootout in the win against Brentford in the last round. Perry is the goalkeeper. Jared Bowen. Oh my word, that's saved as well. No height on it whatsoever. Perry with an easy save. And we're back and we're still even. 0-0 in the shootout after one round. So now the second penalty, it's going to be Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who scored a penalty in the match itself, scored the second penalty for Leeds. It's the same order as the game in Birmingham. Pyro went first, Calvert-Lewin went second. Scored against Ariola in the match, now against the youngster Herrick. It's Calvert-Lewin, and he scores. Good height on it that time. And Leeds go in front in the shootout. It's just a good, strong penalty from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. 1-0 to Leeds in the shootout. Nuno is by himself, sat on that touchline, on the chairs. Kyle Walker-Peters. It's an interesting choice for West Ham's second penalty taker. It will be Kyle Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters. He will run up to it. Fires. Bullseye. Good penalty. Was curling right. Keeper went the wrong way. Walker-Peters scores. 1-1 after 2 rounds. And now, let's see if Leeds keeps the order of it there. It looks like it is. In the win against Birmingham, Brendan Aronson was the third penalty taker, and he's going to be the third penalty taker here. Daniel Farke trusting the method that won the tie at St Andrews back in round 4 is too much for some Leeds fans. You think this FA Cup means nothing to these sets of supporters? In a rough year, you better believe it means everything. Aronson scores. And the man from New Jersey, Brendan Aronson, makes it 2-1 to Leeds in the shootout. 2-1 now Leeds in the shootout. It looks as if it's going to be Thomas Susek, I believe, who's going to take this second West Ham penalty. He was a halftime substitute. Susek scored the 4th penalty against Brentford. Types by this, you want a guy like him. He's been an experienced head. Done so much for this club over the years. Big penalty for the big man from the Czech Republic. And the Czechia man lashes it home. So 3 rounds into the shootout, and we're even at 2 apiece. Wilfred Gnotto, the man who represents Italy at international level. Been a rough week for him in Italy, failing to qualify for the World Cup. Can he get some personal joy here, Gnotto, and score this penalty in the shootout as we're into the fourth round? Gnotto against Herrick. Here we go. It's Gnotto. Oh, Herrick almost got there, but couldn't quite keep it out. I think he might have actually gotten a slide. I think he's saying that he just got a fingertip to it, Herrick. But Gnotto scores. Now the penalties become more and more pressure-packed. Lucas Perry, the goalkeeper. It's Pablo for West Ham in the shootout. It's going to be a short run-up. It's Pablo, it's saved! He saves it. Leeds are one kick from the semifinals. That short run-up can be costly at times. And now, Leeds United. It's going to come down. It's going to be Pascal Struijk, the big Dutch defender. If he scores, Leeds are into the last four for the first time since the 1980s. Pascal Struijk. Relatively short run up against Herrick. It's Struijk off the post and in. A generational cup victory for Leeds United. For the first time since 1987, Leeds United will play in an FA Cup semi-final. And the men from Yorkshire go marching on down Wembley Way. Join Manchester City, Chelsea, and Southampton as the final four in this year's FA Cup. Got to spare a thought for young Finlay Herrick. He did well enough. But Leeds, he did the best he could, but it is Leeds who go through and will go to the semis of the FA Cup. West Ham now left to solely fight on Premier League survival. Full time at the Olympic Stadium. It's finished West Ham United 2, Leeds United 2. Leeds go through to the semifinals 4-2 on penalties.